Good day, folks. Today, I'd like to challenge you to use the net zero climate change and the UN-FAO 17 Sustainable Development Goals in your business. Hi, I'm Laura Vandenherk, and I work with individuals and businesses from startups to 100 million. In developed countries, there are saturated markets and pressures to operate sustainably. Net zero climate change refers to carbon dioxide emissions into the atmosphere, and the UN-FAO's 17 Sustainable Development Goals refer to a list of 17 goals that are to globalize efforts. Poverty, education, governance, land, sea, air, to name some of them. And there is a PDF that has been compiled by me on my website for free. Where do you start to change? You start with what you know, what you're passionate about, and where there is a need in your business. How do you start? You start small and you can work towards a bigger goal. You can look outside your business. According to the University of Oxford, a sustainability course that I took, they said look to the Nordic provinces, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and see what they're doing because they're ahead of the curve. As well, where or how to start, look for consultants. Consultants like me are popping up everywhere in the world, and they have their own specialities. I give professional help and advice in accounting, finance, business, farming, and sustainability, and I happen to be free for individuals and businesses for 6 months of the year for years to come. I'm going to give you now 3 idea generations, and I like to call them seeds because as a farmer, a seed can be transplanted to a different location provided its growing conditions are met. So the first one is packaging, and I think places like Amazon, who are really big, could use things like this. Packing peanuts are now available made out of cornstarch and dissolve in water. There is paper tape instead of plastic tape that can be recycled. There are compostable bags instead of plastic bags that you can put in your compost. And they're also available in the shrink wrap variety. So just some things for companies like them to think of. 2, manufacturing company has lots of processes that they perform in their plant, and one of them may be hazardous and dangerous to the person performing it and to the environment, as everything that is used, materials and left over, has been put into the landfill in the hazardous waste category. What can be done here? 1, question, does this process really need to be done? Can it be left out? 2, is there another business out there that is doing this process but with ecologically friendly goods? Something that is benign. 3, if there's nobody doing it out there, is there a way you can invent something that is environmentally friendly, benign, that gives you a competitive advantage in your market? And the third idea generation is in shoes. For running shoes specifically, this is something maybe Nike could entertain. Where do shoes go when we're done with them? Running shoes go when we're done with them, when they're done in the closet. And I hate to say that they probably go into landfill sites. Put a comment if you know they go somewhere else. I would like to propose or idea generate cobblers. What if there were cobblers on the market, whether they belong to shoe companies or they're on their own, and these cobblers are using the materials from the old shoes because there is somebody out there called a shoe deconstructor engineer, and they're taking all the shoes apart and they're offering supplies to cobblers, to supplies to shoe brands, and to other industries. And maybe there's a new piece of equipment that has come up in this world where you can take the rubber of various shoes and put them together to retread a new pair of shoes. So maybe new markets are springing up for redesigned shoes with new coverings on them that have new and exciting covers. They've got good soles in them. They've replaced the innards of them, and they're a revamped shoe. And that can go on forever using those shoes instead of putting them into the landfill. So just a seed, it's something to think about, something to start with. Be creative and be someone's inspiration in the market, and you just might have a competitive advantage yourself. When you are ready to sign up for free time spots in office hours with me, visit my website at www.nakedacresfarmstead.ca, go to the booking tab, choose Zoom or phone call, and remember that time spots with me are free for 6 months of the year for years to come, and in 2025 I am done on July 11th. Please remember to like, share, and save this video. Cheers, folks.